What's good, y'all? It's Main Boxing Biker. Subscribe to the channel so you can get the latest news and the hottest topics that matter. Today, the topic is the Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight. We saw the weigh-in today, but before we saw the weigh-in, we had the build-up of the fight. This was a fight where we had Tyson Fury coming off a suspension and layoff for about 2 years. The man been in a couple of issues when it comes to drugs, when it comes to cocaine, when it comes to testing positive for certain type of things after the Klitschko fight. A lot of people don't sit there and diminish the win due to the fact that the man popped dirty after the fight. But if it was somebody else, that would have been a big issue. If it was a guy like Wilder that popped dirty after the fight, it would have been a big issue. But besides all that, though, I'm gonna leave that part alone. So we had to build up to the fight, and I realized Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder somewhat thought they saw each other eye to eye when it comes to life and political views and things like that. But then, as Wilder keeps saying, about the ancestors and the powers and stuff like that, and, see it, speak it, believe it, and things like that, Tyson Fury started to make it seem like Wilder's on some voodoo things and that they serve a different God and all this extra stuff. So Tyson Fury first started bringing in that godly and political point of view when it comes to the whole matchup. But, and this is actually one of the first little face-to-face they had. So then later on, as we saw what happened pretty much yesterday, where Wilder had to black on Radio Raccoon, whatever they call him, because Radio Raheem want to talk that nonsense about what do you mean your peoples, when actually Fury was talking about my people's been fighting for 200 years. We come from a fighting pride, and Wilder said, what do you mean? My people been fighting for 400 years, and we still fighting till this day. Then Radio Raccoon, instead of asking Fury what he mean by his people been fighting for 200 years, he jumps to Wilder and asks Wilder, what do you mean your people been fighting for 400 years? And Wilder said, what do you mean my people's? Your people's too, and told the man straight up, which is true, right? Radio Raheem, what you don't realize no more, bro, because you've been bought by these, by these other peoples. You don't realize you black no more, bro. But people like you get your wake-up call. What we like to say in my neck of the woods, all coons get their wake-up call, you feel me? So you keep sitting there pulling these political nonsense and acting like you don't know where where certain demographic of fighters is coming from, where their mindset and the way they think. You one day you'll learn too, bro. When they're done with you, you're going to learn too. When they toss you back to this side, and then you're going to expect us to welcome you back. But you ain't getting no welcome, bro. You're getting welcome to the big boot. The big boot. Like I'm in New York, so you get welcome back to Tim's, bro. Timberland boots, construction Tim's, bro. Anyways, so today now they had the big final press conference, pretty much like the weigh-in and the face-off and all that, the final weigh-in and face-off, and then we saw Fury doing his thing. But you know what? It's funny that Wilder was mad chill, mad calm today. He already in bomb squad mode. He already in the bronze bomber mode, and he ready to go in there and do his thing. And Fury was going crazy, acting wild, acting crazy, doing dances, and he can't stop dancing, and looking like he's still on that stuff, man. A lot of people, if he tests positive after this fight, they're gonna still try to brush it under the rug, like it's probably still residue from way back then, because you leave it up to some of y'all, this man could have tested positive 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, tested clean after that, test positive after this fight, and y'all gonna say it was residues. It probably was on his trunks. First off, another thing, this man had on American flag Speedos, bro. American flag Speedos. Let me tell y'all something. American flag drawers, Speedos, underwear is what you want to call them, boxer briefs. But let me tell y'all something, bro. Everybody I see that wear them American flag trunks usually get their ass knocked out. Everybody that wear them American flag trunks, even Apollo Creed got his ass kicked in American flag trunks. You feel me? You got to stop with the red, white, and blue trunks. It don't work out for most fighters. Stop it. But anyways, so the bronze bomber pretty much weighed in at 212? 212 or 214, I believe it's 212. Fury weighed in at 256, I believe, or 254 or something like that. So Fury got this man by about 40 pounds or so. But Fury is nothing but love handles everywhere, bro. And see, when you see a fighter built like Fury, you just know he's gonna gas out, because what it's gonna take, what people are saying he's gonna do to beat Wilder is outbox him. Guess what? You need stamina to outbox this man for 12 rounds. This ain't no 2-3 round fight. And remember, Fury don't got that type of knockout explosive power like Wilder does. Fury is an accumulative type of guy, and the knockouts he normally get is on guys a lot smaller. Wilder's not a lot smaller when it comes to height, reach, and stuff like that, and he got to get inside and do his work, and he's not that good, man. We seen Steve Cunningham drop this man with a vicious right hand, a vicious overhand right hand, and drop this man flat out on his back, bro. If you get hit by one of those from Bomb Squad, Deontay Wilder, he's more likely not going to get up. And if you do get up, it's wild. All them helicopter windmill punches y'all be talking, all that shit is raining down on this mofo. All that shit is going to rain down on him, and it's going to be a wrap, bro. So anyways, straight to my prediction from this video. I got Deontay Wilder roughly by a 7-round knockout. Around 6 or 7, but you know, since people gonna say call around, I'm gonna say 7th round knockout, man. I got Wilder stopping this man due to the fact of Wilder is a good boxer too, and a lot of people think Wilder isn't that good of a boxer, and he's so wild and unorthodox and all this extra stuff and erratic and all that. But guess what? That works on a lot of guys that like fundamental boxers. And imagine a fighter like that Fury can't train for. Imagine a fighter like Wilder. Most fighters can't train for a fighter like him. I don't seen less erratic fighters. I don't seen other fighters that was so much more inferior to Wilder. Made Fury miss punches. I don't seen Fury uppercut himself 3 times, bro. 3 times, and 1 time was actually in one of the in like the last recent 2 fights he had. Just so y'all know, this man throw punches and hit himself with the punches. That's a goofy bro. He's doofy, man. So yeah, I gotta stop with the nonsense. He's gonna get worked out. I understand he's on this he's on a comeback and he's this and that. Come on, them last few dudes he fought, anybody can spark him out. Like y'all like to say in the UK, anybody can spark him out. So I think he should go in there, and he will go in there and clean up shop, get this man up out of there by a nice violent concussion. Remember, I got Wilder by 7th round violent concussion. Like we always been saying, man, we hope they got a big ass 6'9", 6'10" stretcher to put Fury on there, so they could haul his ass to the hospital, get the extra long ambulance, haul his ass to the hospital after this knockout, because I honestly believe it's gonna be one of them knockouts like a Vincent Petway versus Simon Brown, where where this man Simon Brown was on the ground still throwing punches after he got knocked out. That's the type of fight we expecting to see, man. Wilder got concussive power in that right hand. He also learned how to hook off that left jab really well. I done seen him throwing that left jab and turning it over into a hook. That's a problem, man. So, yo, this man Fury got a lot on his hands tomorrow. The man is a lot of people trying to make it seem like Wilder is psychologically defeated in round 1. Fury, because he made Wilder mad. Wilder wasn't even mad at Fury. Wilder was mad at things when it comes to political views in this country as a black man, things that a black fighter and a black man and black people and black women and black children have to deal with when it comes to whites, when it comes to other races, and when it comes to police. That's what he's talking about. But everybody gonna turn a blind eye because it's not happening to them. But if it was happening to them, they'll feel the same way he's feeling. So anyways, Bomb Squad all the way, man. Anyways, I'm out. Main Boxing Biker, sub to the channel. Holla at me, man. I'm out.